To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Lockhart Perspective. Helping you along the way. Helping you to make it through another day. Yeah. Everything you need to know that you never knew, that you need to know. Lockhart Perspective.
Well, hello and good morning to everyone. How are you? Gee whiz, this week sort of ran past us, didn't it? We're already in the month of June, the third day of the month of June. And I just have to tell you guys, it is really time passing by really fast. It's not, it's not like back in the day when we were little kids. We would, in California especially, we just couldn't wait for June to get there. And it felt like it took forever because June in California was the time where we graduated, when we finished school. And so now it's like, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Time is flat. We're already at the middle of the year. And what a year it has been. I want to say good morning to a few people that I see here. Melvin Thomas, how are you? Mark Schumann, it's good to see you. And of course, I greeted everybody earlier. And I'm glad that you all are here. So we're just looking today at just standard stuff, nothing really big. And you know what, it's something else, because whenever I say nothing really big, it ends up being something big. But I don't want to talk about anything heavy. But it just feels like right now there's not a lot that you can discuss that's not heavy, because everything right now is sort of kooky. It's really sort of crazy. We've had a few things that happened just overnight, and then when I say overnight, I mean there is a lot of stuff going on with like the train derailment. And I thought that was pretty unique. It happened for us early this morning, but it happened for Germany about 12 o'clock their time in the afternoon. So that is pretty creepy. It's pretty creepy. I want to show you guys that. I'm not sure if you've even seen it or not, but I think that I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about this, because to me it just looks like it's a little. Something's up. Didn't we just have a derailment somewhere else? I remember we had a derailment someplace else, and I don't remember what city, state, or country it was in. But we just had one. So it's been 3 people who were harmed, 3 people who were actually killed, and there were dozens that were injured after a train derailed there in Germany. And I'm just trying to put all the pieces of stuff together in my mind. As I see stuff like this that goes on, it just sort of puts me in a place where I'm sticking stuff together. Hey, good morning, William and Vine Dressers Branch. Hello, how are you? So you see here, it says 3 people have been killed and dozens are injured after a regional train derailed on Friday afternoon in southern Germany, near the resort town of Garmisch, and it looks like Partenkirchen in Bavaria. And this is according to multiple outlets from the police. I lived there for a while, and I don't remember them derailing like this, and this is tragic that this has happened. Another thing I want to discuss, obviously, is going to be the Queen. uh, for obvious reasons. But the key facts to what we're talking about right now is at least 60 people of all ages were harmed, including 6 seriously injured, after a regional train traveling toward Munich derailed around 12:15 p.m. near Bergrane, according to the regional German newspaper. Several carriages, which we call boxcars, several carriages overturned, and some fell down an embankment, according to the German newspaper. And it's unclear how many people were on board when the train crashed, though a police spokesperson said that it was quite full. And this was according to Reuters. A German spokesman told the German outlet that people were being pulled through the windows to complete a major rescue and evacuations operation. The train station, DG Regio, said that the line was closed due to a train accident and there were not going to be any replacement service that would be offered for that area. So let's keep that area lifted up. I think that's, I think here's what I think it is. I think that there's so much fake stuff going on that when you see something that could possibly be obviously sad and real, it sort of puts you in that stage. And that's the danger when you have so many lies that are told, if that makes any sense. When you've got so much stuff that's going on that's not real, it sort of makes it to where you don't know which direction to go. But what I'll say is that this is a tragic issue, and it's not a good one at all. And I do hope that everything works out well for everyone. Now, has everybody gotten an idea of what's going on with the Queen situation? I know that Betty R. and I chatted about this maybe 3 months ago at this point. She and I were both privy to something that was put out for a quick second and then retracted. And it was surrounding the Queen. I think that this is sort of creepy because I've got a few pictures that I want to show you guys. And I want you to just tell me what you think. Because as I looked at this photo, there's one photo that I saw just recently that was creepy. Most of them have been. And I want to know, why is she still reigning? Can't she step down on her own? I mean, because her son will be gone before it looks like she will. Yeah, there's a new portrait they have of her. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Hey, Rage, how are you? Good morning to you. And Melinda Caraway, how are you? Good to see you. Lady M, it's good to see you as well. Very good to see you. Guys, look at this. Let me know what you think about this, because I'm going to do my old-fashioned way. I'm going to go ahead and just copy this and stick it where we already have a little life versus me having to close it and start all over again. Doesn't she look a bit claymation-like? Doesn't she? Or is it just me? I mean, she just looks a little claymation. But here we are, listening to everybody tell us that it's her jubilee. She is the head of the church there. Did you guys know that? She's the head of the church there in the UK. Oh gosh, I don't want to accept it. So let's do the options. I disagree with everything. I disagree with everything. Don't do anything. I disagree with it all. Every inch of it, I don't want any. Please go away. There you are. Now, doesn't she look a little claymation-like? Let me show you, because it doesn't look like it carried me when I moved over. But she does look a little claymation-like to me. It doesn't look like it's real. And it's sort of creepy. The Queen heads to Balmore for a short break. Now, they said that she didn't even show up today to whatever the thing was that that she was supposed to be there for. But don't you feel like they're sort of pushing the narrative? Don't you sort of feel like they're pushing the narrative where she's concerned? Like they've got to keep it under a matriarchy. They cannot let it go back under a patriarchy. It's like no matter what you do, I personally don't believe she's still hanging around. That's what I believe. That's just me. That's just me. It doesn't mean that everybody else has to believe that or think that. I just personally, don't believe that she's hanging around. So that's just that. But she's celebrating the Platinum Jubilee, 70 years of service. This lady is like what, 92 or 108 years old? I mean, she's up there. And for those people who, love her, I don't mean any harm. I'm just asking a question. Why is she still around? Is it because she's got some more work to do and they really have to have her quote unquote persona around to actually be able to, to push whatever it is that they have as a plan? I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think so. But yeah, she looks a little claymation to me. Let me blow this up for you. Let's see. Can you see that well? Doesn't she look a little clay-like? Doesn't even look like it's a real person. And don't talk about me by saying this, because you guys know that when you look at the wax museum, you got all these stars at the wax museums. And the wax museums, these people look like the people. Yeah. They really do. Let's look at some of those, because I know that there are celebrity waxes. And those celebrity wax museums actually have people that look like the people. And they are not. They're just not. So I don't think that it's any harm in saying that, well, she just does not look like herself. These are the people hugging on to their wax people. Let me show you these folks, and then you'll see what I'm talking about when I say, doesn't she look a little waxy? I felt the exact same way when I saw the first news clip of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Ruth had the same issue. They came out one day and said, oh, we want to say we're sorry that she's passed away, news break, and then they had to retract it. Like an hour later, they retracted it. But these are famous people that look like famous people, but these are their waxes. These are the waxes of the famous people. Creepy. Oh, what is this? Oh. Yeah, these are the waxes. These are the wax figures. Now, how many times have you seen the people actually look like this? I mean, could they be just messing with us? Could they be playing with us? Could it be that these are the things that we see sometimes when we think we see? Huh. Look at that. Can you see that? That's supposed to be P. Diddy. But look at it. These people could literally be playing with us. See, what you think you see is not what you think you see. Sometimes what you see is not what you see. There goes Miss Beyonce. And look at these folks. Look at this one. So when you're looking at this type of stuff and they're not... Rage Against the Machine, you just got me off my game, because I just looked over here on the right and I saw I saw your comment. She might be a relative of. That's funny. Yeah, so when I see this type of stuff, it lets me know that I'm not tripping when I think that this kind of thing could be going on. Now, what would the goal be? The goal would be this way for us to believe whatever comes out next. That's the reason why it would be this way. And I agree with you, Melinda. I do believe that that's what's going on. I do believe that's what's going on. Yep. Yep, I do believe so. And so they've got to do that. They've got to string it along. They really do. Smiling more than usual. Okay? Absolutely, Vine Dressers Branch. Absolutely. Zelrin, how are you today? It's good to see you. Leaf Desi, what's going on? Great to see you and Maureen Olson. And Sandy Aaron, good morning, good morning. They do, don't they, Sandy? They live extremely long lives. They live extremely long lives. And so, when I look at all this stuff, I'm like, I'm going to tell you where I've been mentally. Where I've been mentally is, what if I just block all this out? All of this stuff. It'll be amazing, because in another 6 months, if you don't tie into what the narratives are, you'll be okay. Because what if none of it's real? You see what I'm saying? So basically, you could just put this person up all the time you want. You could put this person up, and I would think that this person's still around. So whatever this person said or burped out of its mouth, I would think that it was real. Well, because I thought I saw them. Look at there, Snoop Dogg. Which he looks a lot like this one. And there's Michael Jackson. Look at this dude. Isn't that Jason Derulo or whatever? He looks exactly the same. Do you see that? So what if we just, I don't know, for mental health's sake, just stop listening to everything, because, well, you really don't know the difference between what is and what isn't. And look at this. This is Madame Trousseau's New York place. Look at this. This looks creepy. Do you see that? So let's visit it. It says, do you want to visit it? Yeah, I want to visit it. E-bookers. What is this? These are the people that you can book. Huh. I'm over here on another side looking at it all. But do you see how if we tie into what this voice says, that we'll run in fear and run in terror because you believe this is what is? And so it's so important for us to realize that if this is what's going on, don't listen to none of it. And there's some of us that will say, well, I don't listen to any of it anyway. And yeah, we do. Because a lot of us still get a little frustrated and still get a little angry. You know what I'm saying? We still get a little ticked. And this thing right here, she should sue them for that. And I think they did this because of what a meanie she is. But what if this was the real her and that was the clay, or that was the wax? This right here is what's a trip. This dude right here, this is the trip. That is the trip. And look here. Look at that. A lot of this stuff is steeped in magic. A lot of it is steeped in magic. Look at that. Isn't that ironic that this looks more like what we just got through looking at a few minutes ago? Where is it? Let me go here. Is this Zach Galifianakis? I think he's hilarious. Haven't seen a lot of him lately. Well, what do you know? And so didn't they just get through saying that this guy is just now out of the scene? They haven't had any sightings of this cat. I have this weird mindset that a lot of these things that you think you see, that you think are real, that they retire them. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. A lot of this is witchcraft, and a lot of it is magic. Lesser magic. A lot of it is magic. Look at that. Magic. A lot is magic. So when we focus on the things we think we see, when we focus on clips of things that we think we see, we need to understand that it's this exact same persona that we see right here that would let us know that no, what we thought we saw, that's not what we saw. And we can't run and tell that. We cannot run and tell what we think we see. And we cannot perpetrate it. We can't promulgate it. We can't be the ones who do it, meaning take it and share it. And we cannot, again, promulgate it by sharing it or pumping it up, as it were. We can't pump it up. Let's say that. We can't pump it up by saying, no, I saw it. Because did you see it? Did you really see it? Did you really see it? Look at this. This is amazing. Did we really see it? Did we really see it? No, we didn't see it. We thought we saw something. We thought we saw something. Wax Figure Museum. Wow. Imagine if these things just got up and moved at night. Oh boy. So did we really see it? That right there, he needs to sue. But look at this. Look at that. Ironically enough, they just had a little meme. Somebody was passing a meme around on YouTube where for CNN, their background just fell over. The whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle just fell over. And they're notorious for that. They are notorious for not battening down the hatchets before they start. Wow. And doesn't this look a lot like this person? Look at this. So what I suggest, wow. 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 Do you see this? Do you see that? Wow. Now that's a really one. This one says absurd wax in a Brazilian museum. That means they just didn't give her rip. They did it like that because they just didn't care. This is actually a wax of the royal family. This is again another wax of P. Diddy. I submit that that's not what we think we're seeing. This is not what we think we're seeing. What they're doing is being honest, and this is revealing things. Especially dealing with the whole Madame Trousseau thing. They're just revealing things. They just needed an afternoon or an evening or a year or a month to reveal stuff. They really did. They needed some time to reveal things. And this is why you're able to see this. Okay? Oh, I didn't know that, Lady M. Oh, wow. Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about... Oh, I know which... See, because I'm looking at that word, and I'm trying to see what that word is. But it's Michael. I get it. I get it now. I didn't get it a second ago, but I get it now. I get it now. But the deal is that this is the actual trickery. Exactly, Zelrin. So much trickery is actually going on. It's pathetic. And so this is the reason why we have got to make sure that we put our minds where our minds belong. Get up in the morning and start your day with meditation in the Word. Okay? Talking to the Father, interceding for your surroundings, interceding for your family. Stick to the focused stuff, because see, if you see a lot of fakeness, you'll actually think that there is no use in interceding, no use in praying for yourself, no use in going in and really just kicking in doors, kicking down the doors and the gates of hell, kicking it all down. You'll think that this stuff is so overwhelming that you by yourself could not ever make a dent in the kingdom of darkness. You could never make a dent, but you can. Because what your eyes are telling you is not what you really can see. And see, your faith is not activated by what your eyes can see. Your eyes don't have anything to do with faith, because your eyes can fool you. It doesn't matter what you're looking at. If you've made a declaration If you have made a declarative statement as it relates to your life, your household, your neighborhood, your state, your city, anything that touches you, you have dominion over it. So a lot of people have this mindset that you don't have dominion over your area. You do. When you exercise it and you stand firm in it and you don't let it go because you know you've got dominion over your circumstance, then you will get up and you will begin to intercede because you'll realize the power that the Father has put in you to make things change, to change the circumstances in your life, the community around you. If you don't want to drive down a bumpy road, then walk down that road, go up and down your street, declare it. Declare what you want for your neighborhood. They wouldn't give us any speed bumps, so we made our own speed bumps here on my street. There wasn't 500 people going up and down the road according to their rules and regulations, so we became the speed bumps, the small little bitty road. What did we do? Well, my daughter and I, we made sure that as we saw cars coming down the road, barreling down the road because they wanted to make it a thoroughfare, which is what they've done. They make it a thoroughfare. We changed it. So now people know when they come through this neighborhood, you might see that one lady or you might see that other one asking you to slow down. If this is someplace you come all the time, you're going to know why, because I took authority over it. Well, was I supposed to just give up because they said, oh no, you got to have 500. We've already surveyed your street. You don't have 500 cars a day coming down your road. Yeah, but we do have kids playing here. We got kids playing up and down the road. We have people backing out of their driveway. And you got people flying through here. So we take control over that. Why? Because we've got dominion. You got to do something. You got to have the faith, and then you've got to have the action, and you've got to put those two together. Now, this is a very minuscule thing that I'm talking about in the natural. But don't you know that once you start to work your faith muscle, it goes into bigger and bigger and bigger things? You can't just attack spiritual things if you've not learned to deal with stuff in the natural. And I'm not speaking as a person who's never had to fight in the spirit with demons manifested in my presence. I've had to do that. But you have to learn to take over other things. You have to have faith walking in your everyday life. You cannot just give up on stuff. So if there's something you've given up on and it's been because of what your eyes see, we've just laid it out here to show you that what your eyes see can fool you. So push past what your eyes see and keep going forward until you get to what you need. Create the peace you need in your life, in your own circumstance. Who cares? They say this is coming. They say that's coming. Well, they can say a lot of stuff. But as for you and your house, you should be worshiping Yah. You should be laying all that you need at the altar, at his feet, and allowing him to do what he needs to do in your life. And you should walk in faith. We all should walk with the faith that we know that it's not what our eyes can see. It is not what our eyes can see. Faith is so much more than that, but it's impossible for you to live your life and say that you're rooted and grounded in him without faith. Because a lot of times people look at faith as a bad word because of some of the things that have been pushed with faith. People want to get to give, or, they want to use a lot of faith and call things in. And all of that can be fine if that's what you do. I'm not here to discredit anybody and what they do. If that's what they do, that's fine. That's fine. But you must couple your faith with corresponding action. If you think you see something and you believe that what you saw was true, if I told you that P. Diddy looking at this screen has a twin, and because your eyes see it, you would really believe that that was his twin. But the corresponding action that goes along with you believing that that's his twin If you don't want to believe that, what you're going to do is going to take something, you're going to do a little bit of research. Once you start doing that little bit of research, you'll realize this isn't him. He doesn't have a twin. But if you believe what your eyes see, you would just stop there and then you would run with that. Am I making sense? Am I telling you that what you've seen on the TV just recently ain't what you think you see? Am I letting you know that what you've read recently is not exactly what really happened? There's a lot of mandarin oranges going around here lately. Don't you like Manchurian food? Put it together. There's a lot of candidates that are out there right now that you think are acting on their own, and they're not. And you'll be willing to, especially people who are steeped in Christianity, would definitely say, well, eventually they're going to win and we're going to have to lay all of our stuff down anyway. All of our metal protectors, we're going to have to lay them down because they're going to win anyhow. Look at all of the things that are going on. Look at how many of these incidents have happened. I saw what the newspaper said. I saw what this or that said. You'll believe all of that stuff. And once you start to believe all of that stuff will wear you down and you will refuse to walk anymore because you will believe that you don't have a say, you don't have a voice, nothing that you can do will change the circumstance or the situation. And I'm here to tell you that you could not be further from the truth. You cannot believe what they're telling you under any circumstance. Why? Because how is that going to help your children and grandchildren? That is exactly what I'm talking about, Rage Against the Machine. There you go, all liars. That's absolutely right. That's right, Zellerin. Hey, Elle. It's good to see you. Always, Melinda. You must always do it. You have to always do it. Because if you refuse to do it, then you're going to be running around here crazy. All of this stuff. See, listen, a lot of the things that you see are definitely made so that you will worry yourself into an early grave. Because if it didn't happen yesterday and you're still worried, and it's not happening bad today and you're still worried, don't you know that tomorrow you can be let up out of here? Why? Because what does not, especially what does not give you any life, will only take life away from you. If you really think about that, if they keep wearing you down, wearing you down, wearing you down, then you get a little sniffle, then you start feeling a little joint pain, then you start feeling little aches, then you start feeling a little of this and that, then this problem happens, and then that problem happens, and then the next thing you know, you go to the doctor and they got this, and then, so if they couldn't get you with X, Y, or Z, if they couldn't get you with a candy bar, if they couldn't get you with all this other stuff, if they couldn't get you with any of those things, then by virtue of fear alone and the things you think you see, you will break your own body down, your own immune system down. You will begin to then break your own psyche down. Your whole mind will begin to shatter. You'll begin to have fear for everything. And so either way it goes, they got you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if you did not succumb to any of those other things that they had going on, it doesn't matter, because you're still going to fall for something. Why? Because they know that faith comes by hearing, faith comes by hearing, faith comes by hearing, faith comes by hearing. And even if you don't go down there and get that candy bar, that you're going to hear enough fear to tear down your whole immune system anyway. And so now the next thing that comes, whether it's a real cold or a real flu or whatever, it could potentially take you out. Why? Because you depleted the immune system so much anyway. So my point is, no matter what it is, today is today. If for right now, today, everything is all right, then live right now in the moment. Live right now in today. Don't drag the fear of what you think you see into your today. If you have a problem with social media, if you have a problem with news, if you have a problem watching news stories, turn it off. If it's affecting your mind to the point where it is dictating the directions that you go and the decisions that you make, turn it off, because it's apparent that what you think you see ain't real. Turn it off. Is it a tabloid issue? Is now the Inquirer becoming so real now that the stuff that's actually in the Inquirer that used to be the tabloids, now the stuff that's in there is real and it's driving you insane? So don't buy another one. What am I telling you? That you have the power to lay aside every weight and measure that so easily besets you. Anything that would take you out of having your peace right now today, separate yourself from that thing. Okay? It's like constantly bombarding your mind, then close it off. Close it off. I need everybody to do me a big favor. Please hit the like button. That will help us with our videos. And if you can make a comment, please do. That would be so helpful as well. Okay? So that's a major thing. They can't get you because you've already been gotten. All right, William. All right. So I just want to encourage you guys to know that, every single day, they're coming out with something. This happened. And now have you noticed that one particular cat that has not had any, he's just been completely off. Every time he talks, he shouldn't have been under the pressure. But all of a sudden now, after day after day of this particular incident taking place, now he comes right out and says, "For God's sake, what are you going to do? We got to stop this. When is enough enough?" But he's so coherent. Isn't that amazing that he is so coherent? Maybe they made him a bumbling idiot just so that they would have a leg to stand on when they decided to yank him. Okay? And it's apparent that according to this, we don't even have to be looking at who we thought we were looking at. So all of the fear that you're hearing right now is not without a purpose. It is definitely with a purpose. Okay? It is definitely for a purpose. Okay, Leaf Desi? He sure did. Show me the manipulation of pressure. I don't know what he was saying. And the majority of the time, I don't know what he's saying. And that's the creepy part. But I find it very unique that he was able to coherently make a statement regarding this topic just recently. He really was. He was able to put two sentences together just long enough to say what he had to say. Okay, yes, he probably has been, Melinda. Did you notice that too, right, Zelrin? It's like, are you kidding me right now? Wait a minute. This guy, I'm waiting for him to bumble. All right, I agree with that, Vine Dressers Branch. I agree. And it's because none of these individuals, and I have to say individuals, because none of these individuals are, again, what you think you see. What happens if you look at some of these movies? He looks like a fool on purpose. Absolutely, Zelrin. Absolutely, Zelrin. Looks like a fool on purpose, so that way, when they have to remove the individual that when they have to remove the individual, it won't be because, that somebody took him over and somebody just said, okay, well, we're just tired of him, get him out of here. No, he wasn't well. Exactly, Leaf Desi. He wasn't well. We had to do it. And so they're going to get everybody to tie into that. Oh, see, he wasn't well. They had to do it. So because everybody loves to just go on ahead, it is a script, Zelrin. It is. And so, Zelrin, that's it right there. That's the point right there, Zelrin. It is a script. And since we know that it's a script, I am submitting that we can walk and do and live our day like we know we need to. I'm not saying do not prepare like you normally would anyway for just anything. Even when we were coming up in school, they would say, pay yourself first when you get your check. Make sure that you save something for a rainy day. Make sure that you have enough X, Y, or Z. It could be a storm. It could be this or that. I'm not saying don't do those things. But what I'm saying is, if we know that what Zelrun just put there, okay, what she put there, that is the deal. And since that's the deal, I'm going to live today for today. I'm not going to be sitting up here getting trapped up into all of their mess and all of their hoopla. I'm not going to allow myself to do that. I don't have to. And they don't have authority to reign in my mind. I will not allow fear, okay, to paralyze me. Because fear makes you stop. If you fear there's a big, gigantic Rottweiler 2 doors down, are you going to take out the house and go 2 doors down in that direction? Not if you've got fear that the big Rottweilers are down there. You're going to go the other way if you go any way at all. Right? Do not let fear cripple you. Do not let these people put enough stuff in your eye gates to where you are crippled and it prevents you from living the life that Yah has created for you. Live for today. Allow him to take care of today. All of the provisions that you need, let him take care of you today. Every bit of safety that you need, let him take care of you today. Get your gat, your nine, your iron, your whatever you want to call it. Get your purse, carry it with you. Protect yourself at all times. Protect your ears, protect your eyes. But above all, do not walk in fear. Walk in peace, walk in love, walk in joy. Walk in joy. Allow him to caress you and to hold you and to just rock you in his arms. Do not allow the stuff that they want you to believe to cripple you and to rob you and to steal the joy away from you. You have to pursue peace. Pursue it. Do you realize that if you are chasing after peace, hey, come here, peace, let me hug you. If you're having a good time chasing after love and chasing after joy and chasing after peace and chasing after all of those things that you know that you need and you deserve in your life, do you realize that you will not have any time whatsoever to be running around here afraid of what they want you to be afraid of? Pursue that peace. Pursue that love. You deserve what he has for you. And remember that whenever we're walking and whatever it is that they want us to walk in that's fearful, that we're totally out of line with the Father. We're totally out of line with the Father. So have joy. Have love. You guys, they just gave us a minimal visibility on this for monetization. So just so you guys know, if you can share it out and put your thumbs up if you like it, please do. Okay, because that helps us a lot. So just so that you guys would understand that while we're walking in peace and walking in joy, stuff is going to come up. We're going to hear stuff. And it's a funny thing because you will wake up in the middle of the morning. You know, I wake up at a little bit before 6 every morning. And when I wake up, sometimes I may check stuff. I may look at things or whatever. And eventually what you end up having is you end up seeing this news and that news and this news and that news. And you go, whoa, man, I just woke up. So what's going on with the physical body is that you're dumping. Now it's got you in fear. You're dumping massive amounts of hormones into your bloodstream that are needed to run. You can't live there. That's not a place you can live. That is not a place that you can live. Okay? You have got to, Ryan, that's me. You think you funny. You have got to know that you don't have to go the direction they want you to. You can see that stuff. Sharpen the spirit of discernment within you. Begin to sharpen that muscle. Begin to sharpen discernment. Okay? By coupling everything that you see with the word. Couple it all. And anything that pushes you to have fear, then you're automatically going to know that's not from Yah. Now, I'm not saying that he will not give you some visions that will make you afeared, and you better get afraid if it's a warning. Move yourself to the point of change. Okay, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, yeah, you may get those, but then you're going to move yourself to the point of change. What I'm saying is, if you get up in the morning and all you see is fear, 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 absolutely cortisol. Absolutely. Zellerin, absolutely. Okay? Absolutely. If that's all that you can see, and if that's all that you're dealing with, that's going to make you sick. So here's what we're going to do. For everybody who has been joining me, it's a lot of us. It's a lot of us, and you can lay flat on your back while you're sleeping or, while you wake up. You don't have to get out and do anything big and ritualistic. You're simply having a conversation with the Father. We intercede every morning. We do intercession every morning from 6 a.m. to 8 o'clock Central. And again, you're not praying that entire time. You may pray 15 minutes out of that time. But while you are praying for your household and interceding for your community and your nation and others around you, or those that the Father has put on your heart, just know that there are some of us that are interceding at the same time. We're interceding at the same time. All right. And so you're not alone at those particular hours, whether you're on the East Coast, whether you're out in the West Coast, whether you're in, Central Time. We are speaking to our Father at that time. Okay? And that's when I want to invite you to tap in. Tap in. For those who don't know or those who are new, maybe you're new with the word. Maybe you don't have anywhere to go to pray, or maybe you don't have a church. Then we do things here that are very light and easy, not making everybody come at one particular time, but it's just a free will. You can just at your own leisure join us in intercession. You can just join us in intercession on your own. Okay? And it makes it to where it's during those time frames, because we know that by us all being together corporately in the spirit, it does a lot more and it moves things a lot faster, right? But what it also does is it helps to sharpen you as you go along, because now you know that you've got some place where you can come pull up some of the old videos that we've done. Ronnie Mann has done a great deal of work here. Lee has done some work here. I put in work. There are a lot of passages that we use, different scriptures that you may want to reflect on, that we've actually built videos on. Pull up some of those old videos and begin to study those things, you guys. They're here for right now. So if you don't have anybody in your community that you can pray with, pray for your circumstance with, and intercede for others, or have others intercede for you, then I invite you guys to join us for intercession 6 to 8, no matter where you are, in your own special way. And then I also invite you to pull up some of the old videos that are priceless, okay? That are priceless while they're still available to see. But I do want to encourage everyone to remember what Lady M just has here. Lady M says, fear, F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. Appearing real! False evidence appearing real. Wow. Yes. Okay. Okay. Leaf Desi says, my mama could use prayer, a lot of issues on top of possible hearing loss. I'm so sorry to hear that. I know how that can feel. I can imagine how she feels with possible hearing loss. That's a terrible, frightening feeling. It really is. To lose any of our capacity to do any of these things is amazing. It is. I know it is. I know it is. Personally, I know. So I'm going to definitely intercede for your mother. And anybody that does need intercession for anything or any topic, put it here in the chat, because, again, there are many intercessors that are on this chat right now that are interceding with us in the mornings. You see intercession time, I put it on the channel that we started it on, was over on Headlines with a Voice. So every morning when I get up, I will post that it's intercession time, just to put everybody in remembrance of it. But if you guys want it over here too, then I will carry it on. I did it once over here. As far as our community tab is concerned, then I will do it all the time. Now, also, what I'd also like to see you guys do is to check that community tab more often, because we do a lot of stuff over there. Now, you want to look at the queen again? You all know that we were supposed to be with, Amy was supposed to be with us yesterday, and she lost her sister-in-law. And she did want me to ask that everyone please intercede for her brother Rob, okay, and for her family, because it was his wife and they were married 43 years, but together far longer than that. And she wants us to intercede on her family's behalf. Now, I know a lot of people may say, well, why don't you use the word pray? We did a whole entire video on that and broke down the entire word pray. And actually, we let you know what the difference between praying is and intercession is. You pray for yourself because it takes a declaration between you and the Father. It's a declarative thing. I've declared that I'm going to do this, Father. Do this, and then you're literally taking a vow, and you can't take a vow for somebody else. You can stand in the gap for somebody else. You can hold up somebody else's arms in the spirit by, again, standing in the gap for them. You can intercede for them. You can do all of those things, but you cannot pray, because praying requires a conversation between you and the Father, specifically dealing with whatever it is that you're bringing to Him. And it is a vow. There is a passage that says that it's better for you not to make a vow than to make one and break it. That is a prayer. Even if you look in, and I mentioned this before, dealing with contracts with the property and just dealing with, you'll see words like pray. You'll see words like pray. This is a contractual agreement. A prayer is a contractual agreement. And I want you not to believe me. I really do. I want you to not believe me. Why? Because it's going to push you to study what I'm saying. Okay? All right? Okay? No, I intercede on your behalf. I stand in the gap for you, which is really what you're asking me to do. What you're asking me to do is to stand in agreement with you for whatever it is that you have already prayed for yourself. So you have prayed yourself for yourself. You say to me, hey, I've prayed for my mom. I'm praying for myself. I'm praying for my husband. Will you please stand in the gap for us? Will you please intercede? Will you please agree? Will you please? Now, if what you're asking for is in line with the word of Yah, then most assuredly I will. I will not pray amiss for myself. So I will definitely not intercede in amiss for someone else. Which means that if you're asking for something that is not biblical, I will not touch and agree with that. What I will do as a counselor is I will have a conversation with you, and we can unpack or unravel whatever it is that would lead us to think that we could use our intercession for bad versus for good. We'll definitely have that conversation. But we won't pray in amiss on behalf of something for us personally. And we will understand that standing in the gap is just that. Sometimes you get tired and you need help. Okay? Look at all of these words that they use with contracts, and you'll understand where they got this stuff from. Because even gap insurance does what? It stands in the gap. If something happens and you have a total loss on a vehicle, for example, and after you have that total loss on that vehicle, you had gap insurance. It picks up where the actual note would have ended, right? So a lot of the terms and the phrases that we use literally are legal terms. Why? Because the kingdom, all right, is based on everything you see here in the natural is based on the kingdom. Everything. They just retard a lot of stuff. They do a lot of retarding of things. Okay? All right, you guys. I'm going to get out of here. It's almost an hour. But I did want to just come and just have a regular standard conversation with you all. Again, what you see on the screen with the pink, with the queen, that's not her. Remember, that's a clay. That's wax. That is wax. That is not her. That is wax. Okay? And if you remember that that's wax and it ain't real, there's nothing that anybody or anyone can say to you. Anthony Van Zant, good morning, brother. Royal family, all central bank dollars, inclusive to the Fed, are approved by royal assent via the Church State Bank of England, also known as Kingdom Anne, in the usurp of God, whom sits to the right of the throne. Wow, he put the lowercase g there. Okay, put the lowercase g there. All right. Rage Against the Machine. Oh, I like that too, Leaf Desi. Bible basic instruction before leaving Earth. And the funny thing is that is so true. It is. But you got to add more to it, don't you, Rage? There's a lot more studying that we have to do. There's a lot more studying. I'm so happy to see Melinda with us here today. I'm really happy to see her. Now, tonight, I hope you guys are ready for tonight. We are going to have our Bible trivia. We're having Bible trivia tonight. It is members only Bible trivia. So I hope that everybody, I see a lot of members here in the chat right now. And so I'm happy, and I believe that you guys are going to have a good time this evening. What I also want to tell you is, if you're not a member, please become one. Because we do have a lot of fun. So if you're not a member, go on ahead and become a member now. And that way, all you got to do is pull up tonight. And when you pull up, you're going to be able to get involved in our members only Bible trivia. If you've not seen our our trivia, they are hilarious. We have some trivia here on the channel. If you go back and look at some of the last couple of months, hey Oz, if you go and look at it, you'll see that our trivia is the best. We have a fun time. But tonight, oh yeah, I don't see Charlie Sigler here, but yeah, tonight we're gonna have a good time, because tonight it is Bible trivia, which is totally different than any other time that we have had in the past. In the past, we have done, let's see, what did we do? I think we did like Star Wars and gee willikers, I can't think of all of them right now. But we had a fun time. We had a good time. Which ones did we do, Leave Desi? Which one did we do? We did a lot of them. Hey, Fox Mulder. You guys, I don't remember all of them that we did, but I would love nothing more than to have all of you guys become members. It would be so awesome if you guys became members, because then you guys would be able to I could do a whole lot more of the members only videos, because then there would be more people that I know whose eyes would get to see it. But sometimes when I just do members only videos, it just sort of blocks it up, and there'll be some good information that we then later on transition into being members only. Okay, that is just members only. All right, so what I want you guys to do is, I want you all to join us tonight. Let's see, let me look on here and see how the advertisement looks for it. Let me check it out. Melinda, I love all of that's pretty. I like the decorations some of the little thingies give us. What do they call emojis? I like that. All right, so let's see. Tonight. Does it show it? There it is. Let me pull it up for you guys and let you all see it. Okay, so you guys can see. I'm going to let you see it right here. It's going to be fun, and I hope that you guys can all come. I don't know who's going to win, but we'll see. It's going to be fun. And we give prizes too, you guys. We get prizes and stuff like that whenever we do it. So members only Bible trivia Friday night tonight at 7 p.m. Hello. It says hello. She's got the little phone there or whatever. You guys, oh, I'm going to like it too. You guys, I want everybody to come on and just have a good time, because you'd be amazed the stuff that you know. You don't think you know. And then you get in, you be like, wow, I'm pretty good at this. I didn't know I knew all of this. Sometimes that's how you feel. You're like, wow, I did not know that I knew all of this stuff, but I do. And so that's going to be fun. All right, so that's 7 o'clock Central Time. I hope to see everybody here tonight. You guys just sharpen your tools. Just sharpen them, y'all. Go on through the Bible. Just go through the Bible. Go real fast. Go real fast and see what happens. Yeah, you know what I mean? Zelderman says, I love Bible trivia. I have an old-time game of Bible trivia. Take a quiz Bible contest cards with answers from the teenage years. OMG, I know that's fun to look at. I know that's fun to look at. You know, Fox Mulder, I didn't read your message. Let me read it. The church runs the state. The Pope and the Vatican have been ruling Europe and the European noble families, so-called, for 1,000 plus years. The Pope claims the right to rule all nations spiritually in polity. Yikes. Amazing. Amazing. Yes, Leaf Desi, great family fun is what it's going to be. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. So I hope to see everybody here this evening, 7 o'clock, members only Bible trivia. Please become a member so that you can partake. And hey, if you're not able to become a member, no problem at all. You can definitely consider, coming and seeing us another time. You can see us another time. And that'll be good. So yeah, let's see what we have here. I thought I knew till I played my game. You say you thought you knew until you played your game. That's how it always feels. That is how it always feels. That's how it always feels. So if you guys cannot come on and become a member, you can definitely drop a super chat in the chat, which actually helps keep the channel going as well. We do split a piece of that with YouTube, but that's okay. They do give it to me once a month, which is very helpful for obvious reasons. But yes, if you cannot become a member, please consider doing a super sticker or a super chat. I will appreciate any of that. I'm going to let you all go, but you guys remember what we always say here on this channel, and that is that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every single word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High. Until we see each other again, please, you guys, take care of yourselves. And then I want you to take care of everybody else that's around you. And then I want you guys to tune in tonight, big baby, when we have our good fun time. Okay? All right? So, oh boy. Yeah, we're going to have fun. I'll see y'all tonight. Y'all take care of yourselves. Okay? All right. Bye-bye.
To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Lockhart Perspective. Helping you along the way. Helping you to make it through another day.